Hey, what's going on, people? Borja Polo, soccer analyst. Thank you for tuning in. We have a good program ahead of us, a lot to talk about. There are three main games I want to talk about this episode. I want to talk about first Inter versus AC Milan, then Barcelona Betis, and finally Real Madrid Sporting. Both great games and of great measure to their respective leagues. Now, before I start, like I said before, I'm going to be doing this once a week, just a post-game, and I will be doing a midweek podcast with my friend Alex Galarza, and you can check us out at goldengoal.podbean.com. Excuse me. So like I said, first let's talk about the Inter AC Milan. Now, I'm not a big fan of the Italian League, Serie A, La Calcio, but I'm starting to become, guys, because I'm seeing some great soccer lately. I saw the Juventus-Cagliari game 2 weeks ago. Just an amazing game, good football being played, and I was totally impressed, delighted to see Inter AC. It is definitely one of the best games I have seen recently. I mean, just great football being played. I was just impressed about the technique, like the way players touch the ball, their controls, the way their body was used. I don't know, I feel like I'm getting into a different dimension of soccer now. It's not just about the goals and the nutmegs and like the dribbles. I'm just seeing soccer differently now, and I just totally enjoyed that game like you couldn't believe. Two great teams facing each other. AC Milan needed a victory to cut down the gap to be able to get in the chase for Inter, who looks like they're going to take the title again this year, and they couldn't pull it. The score was 2-1. Adriano had a goal, which was a handball, and which for me kind of killed the game because it was such an obvious handball, and it was a big hit to AC, who in my opinion was taking control of the game. They had the ball, and they were playing better football than Inter. However, AC Milan looked very shaky, and every time Inter had a counter, especially with a strong and fast Adriano, AC Milan looked flaky in the back. Stankovic missed the goal, a very clear goal with a great tackle from Ambrosini, but then scored one not too much later. And yeah, it was 2-1 for Inter. But it was a great game. Now Inter is in first position, Juventus is in second, 9 points difference, and Milan is in third with 11 points difference, which seems a lot, but you never know. But anyways, great game. Now let's talk about La Liga. Great weekend for La Liga, great weekend for Real Madrid. It is just what we needed. I wish that it would have been a win for Betis, which in my opinion was deserved. But we saw the referees again influenced the game greatly when Betis had a 2-0 lead in the first half. In the 47th minute of the first half, they called a PK, which in my opinion is no way it's a PK. Iniesta, by far Barca's best player in the first half, their only offensive tool, takes it into the box, cuts across, feels a slight touch, and dives when the ball is already virtually out of bounds. And Iturralde, a big joker for referee, calls it. Now, I hate to get into referees, but I feel like they've been influencing La Liga, especially Barca, and I'm not just saying that as a Real Madrid fan. When Osasuna played Real Madrid and there was 2 penalties not called, I came here and I said it, but I have to say that I feel Barcelona gets a lot of calls that are just ridiculous, and that was one of them. So anyways, Betis, after having a great first half where they had most of the chances in the game, Barcelona had a lot of the ball, but really no clear chances except the penalty. And it reminded me a lot of a Barcelona that we saw last year. Barcelona has always been a team with a lot of possession. Maybe not as much as Guardiola has given them, maybe not a 70-30 possession, but definitely a 60-40 possession. Last year with Riker, there was the same thing. They kept the ball, but they had no real opportunities for the goal. And Guardiola seems to have given them some new energy, plus the best Messi is giving them that verticality, that offensive attack that they've been missing. And Barcelona without Messi, we saw we saw a team that kept a lot of possession, but they had no shots on goal. No real offensive threat for Betis or for Ricardo, who by the way had a great game. Now in the second half, it started with a little bit of the same thing. Barcelona with the ball, but no real offensive chances until Messi came in. It seems like when he came in, Barcelona was just like shot with pure energy, and it was a different Barcelona. They had the ball, they were attacking chance after chance after chance. Ricardo seemed like Superman back there. But anyway, at the end, 2-2, and Betis should be thankful that they didn't lose that game, because Barcelona, if the game would have gone 10 minutes longer, they would have definitely scored. They just had it in them. And now Barcelona lost 2 big points. I wish it would have been 3, because it's not the same to be down by 9 points and just by 10. We're down 4 games now. If by 9 we could be down 3 games, but oh well, a lot of Liga left, and I feel that Barcelona right now is feeling the pressure of Real Madrid. Speaking of Real Madrid, let's talk about their game. What a game by Real Madrid. I think everyone was impressed. Nobody expected such a strong Real Madrid, especially without Robben, Guti or Sneijder, 3 of their best offensive players. I mean, Juan de Ramos, I couldn't be more happy with the way he prepared the team for that game. Juntel are playing up top with Raúl. Higuaín kind of in that ambiguous spot. You don't know if he's a right winger or if he's a forward. I think he was more leaning towards the forward aspect of the position, and then Marcelo on the left. I've always said it to Chechu, Omar, if you're listening, I always said that I like Marcelo a lot. People give him a lot of critics. They give him a hard time in Spain. He's not really well received, but he proved that game. I don't know if that game says that he's a left winger instead of a left back. I don't know if you can judge it by that game, but he's definitely a good football player, guys. And the goal he scored was world class, his finish especially. And then Gijon and last in the midfield, I can't say more about them. I mean, just such a strong midfield. Sporting didn't really have any chances except the post, and a couple chances in the second half. It was a pretty one-sided game. Raúl, guys, tied, beating Di Stefano's record of 309 goals as a Real Madrid player, tying him in La Liga with 216. So just a lot of stuff being made. Higuaín, amazing, involved in all of the goals. And yeah, so now Real Madrid is down 10 points, and I feel that Barcelona is feeling the pressure. If in the next 2 or 3 games Barcelona loses points again, we definitely have La Liga, and I can almost guarantee that that Real Madrid will take it. I am very happy about this past week, and I'm very excited because it seemed like La Liga was being monotone. Barcelona wins, Real Madrid wins, Barcelona wins, Real Madrid leagues. But now we got a little excitement going. Juan de Ramos, for me, the coach of Real Madrid, please, whoever the president is, don't sell him because he's amazing. What he's doing is incredible. Anyways, guys, this is it for me now. Check me out on goldogol.com, thepoppy.com. It'll be later on this week, and I will talk to you guys next week. Much love.